her dad,
She's
wait,
not
if her
listening.
daughter don't go to
Nigga,
therapy,
she been
then
in
what?
therapy. She
If
been
her
in
daughter
therapy
don't
for
go to
over
therapy, then
25
what?
years. You
I
ask
don't know
her,
what
so
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
what to
how
do.
long
That is
y'all
We're
she's been
listening.
doing it.
It
that is
seems like
Miss
y'all may not have been listening. They're both going to psychiatric doctors,
Exactly. You keep
which
saying
means
go
that
to
they're
therapy.
both,
She's been doing it.
which means
And
that
she
they're
medicated.
at this point there's a neurological problem, okay?
Thank
Which means that
you.
it's genetic, as I said earlier. So we have to take a deep breath. All of us take a deep breath because some people are looking at it from a daughter standpoint. Some people are looking at it from a mother standpoint. And it's becoming biased, right? So everybody take a deep breath.
Biased, but we all been up here talking
At the
today. Now we
end of the
talking.
day, at the end of the day, they both are going to a psychiatrist, which means that they're both needing medication. There's a neurological problem. There's something genetic there. She said that her and her ex-husband both had neurological problems. They were both going through things mentally. There are mental illness that runs in the family, in the gene pool. So there is nothing that we can do to save or help this situation right now. You know why? Because there is something that we can't touch. We can't touch this. It don't matter what the conversation is, we can't touch it. On top of that, there are trauma responses, trauma bonds that happen throughout the entire situation, resentment, guilt, grief, a whole lot of shit that is happening that no one has resolved or been able to fix. And so this conversation is very circular right now. And it's a whole lot of people becoming extremely triggered and reliving traumas right now.
Okay, well, if they
It's very
trigger, they can leave.
Miss Rashi, can I ask you a question? On your
Let
TikTok
it just go on.
post, it
I'm
says that
telling
you
on
want
her
to be
show, so it is what it
wait a
is.
minute. On your TikTok post, it says that you want to be a confidence coach or somebody to help somebody through something. Why do you feel like you would be the best person to do that, Miss Rocky?
Okay,
I'm not
so
asking Rose. I'm just asking
okay,
Miss Rocky.
so
Why do you feel like
for
that?
years, I'll be honest with you, Chastity. For years, everybody's always told me they've called me the ghetto doctor. You know, I went to school. I have a nurse's degree, and I've always been a good listener. I'm a very good motivational speaker when it comes to God and other people, but when it comes to my situation, I don't know how to take my own advice.
So you're not qualified. You're not qualified to
No,
be
I have
what you
no
want to be.
certification or anything like that. I
You're not
just get, if you
qualified.
watch my videos, I just get on TikTok and try to motivate people, but I can't. The relationship with my daughter and I is so damaged. She has such deep abandonment issues. I have tried and tried to put her in therapy. She doesn't take the medicine, she doesn't go.
Can I ask you a question, Miss Rose? Miss Rashi? Miss Rashi, can I ask you a question? Is the reason why you want to motivate others because you don't feel like nobody motivated you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know, because I noticed that you're real good at trying to explain it and get it out. But I want to know, what can people help you do to get yourself motivated? What would you think somebody? Because I see you done been through therapy, you on medication, you doing all this stuff that you feel like mentally and medically you could do. But I want to know what other people can do to help you, because if you feel like you can reach out and help others, and maybe it's because you feel like, oh, since I've been through it, I can make them aware of what I've been through. I want to know, what can we do to help you? What could somebody else do to help you? Because if you're not going to the doctor, what do you want us to do?
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
not in
I've been in
therapy.
therapy since I was 19. I've had the same therapist for 7 years, and to be honest with you guys, like, I'm really good at motivating other people, but inside, I do have God, but I feel empty. Every man I've been with, I've had 4 relationships. They each cheated on me and hurt me deeply. I'm a homebody. I cook every day. My house is OCD clean. I pay all the bills. I don't really care about a man's money because I'm independent. I don't need a man for money. I'm set up. Coming in May 2025, I'll get $5,000 a month for the rest of my life. So I don't really care about a man's money. All I care about, yes.
I'm gonna drop. I'm just gonna say this real quick, Ms. Rashi. If you've been going to the same therapist for 7 years and you feel like there is no change, you might need to seek a new therapist. It's okay. Sometimes we can outgrow our therapist. A lot of people don't know that.
But I'm interested
Or she
in
probably
knowing,
just
what's
not
the
listening to what the lady
diagnosis.
telling her, and she not
So
taking
you
it and
might,
applying it.
you might need a
What's
new
your
therapist, and
diagnosis,
that's okay.
Rashi?
My
That's okay to find a
diagnosis
new therapist.
My diagnosis is I have anxiety disorder and nonviolent bipolar.
That's a psychiatrist. Psychiatrist and therapist is 2 separate people. A psychiatrist only sees you to give you the medication that you need for the
No,
chemical
no, no, no.
imbalance
I
that you
have
have.
I have a therapist too.
Yeah,
I've
so
been,
what
you
I'm saying
guys.
is you might have outgrown your therapist. So if you feel that therapy that you've been getting since 19 and you have not seen any full, you know what I'm saying, like actual change, or you haven't grown fully when it comes to you building relationships with you and your children and, you know, those bonds, then you might need a new therapist for that. There are certain therapists that can only like specialize in certain things. So if you're not progressing, you might need a new therapist for that.
Man, when was the last time you seen
Wait
your
a minute. To be honest with you guys,
You could have found a new therapist. If they
Okay.
feel like you have progressed in their eyes, then they were not equipped to give you what you needed. And that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Rose speaking facts. If you don't see no growth in the progress if you meet with your therapist, like I'm meeting with one too, so if you don't see no growth or they don't have no strategic plan for your growth, that you can set a goal and say, hey, we reached this goal as you and your daughter collectively, then it might be time for you.
You know why you know what? I gotta get off this page. I can't be messy over here. She go.
You're just gonna keep spinning and spinning.
Yes.
And
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yes,
Excuse me, can I ask Rashi a question, you
I gotta
guys?
say one thing before now. I'm gonna just drop. There has to come a point, Miss Rashi, where you get to you say this is enough. And I understand. I knew your daughter went through the suicidal situation. I'm sorry. You have to get to a point where you know what you say. My health is more important than what she got going on, because at the end of the day, you went through situations with your personal health. You have to go through that and say, you know, this is the buck that stops. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be you or her, and your health comes, you know, for you. So I can understand.
Okay, Rashi, I would like to just ask you a couple questions and tell you how I feel. Didn't you say that when the kids were younger, the boys went with the dad and the daughter stayed with you? Is that correct?
No.